Hey there everyone, this is Zare.
And this is Liv.
And we're back with Danganronpa 2. Last time we were right in the middle of the trial.
Probably one of the most confusing ones I've seen yet.
We barely started.
No, not the trial, just like the status of everything, you know? All the different leads, all the different clues. This is screwy.
We'll have to see how it all pans out. Scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there? If so,
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper, see? It fits perfectly.
You wouldn't say it's a perfect match.
It's
I can kind of see it, but because of the pixelation and they haven't lined it up correctly.
Yeah.
We'll take their word for it, though.
Yep.
Actually, wait, no, we don't take their word for it. The pattern isn't even matching.
No, it looks, the pattern is bigger on the bigger piece, and the pattern on the piece of scrap is smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so either this is purposeful, or that artist... Come on, man! You can do better!
But it's unmoving plaid.
That's no excuse! You can fix that with an easy mask, darn it! Photoshop! Learn your basics.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
Hey, Hawk, welcome to the stream.
Hey, Hawk.
Into the pattern of the roll. Yeah.
So you think are you guys thinking it's gonna be a red herring? Being led astray.
It's possible. Though I don't like the idea that Gundam would get implicated.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hyoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough to answer that. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
That scrap of paper stuck to the baton lighting was part of that wallpaper I found in the storage room. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body? If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Logic dive. Okay, I need a refresher. This is fine. I just need a refresher on the controls.
We haven't done this in a while. Yeah.
Since the last trial?
Left. I have no idea.
Accelerate control, brake is right mouse, jump is left mouse. Okay.
Okay. Jump over your thought processes.
Okay.
Yes. They look like bridges, don't they? Feel like you could do a flip or something. Oh!
Nailed it. The wall. Question 1.
It was hidden. Wow, it was hidden. It was brought there? Yeah, it was brought there. It wasn't there to begin with.
Yep.
Oh no!
Ran out of road.
Okay. It was hidden.
Try that again. I didn't get any indication. I think it's just because I fell off that's sending me back.
Brought there? Nope, it was hidden.
Oh. Okay, that's what it means.
It was hidden. Okay.
So was it wrapped up then?
Possibly, yeah. Oh yeah, because Hyoko's not the one that gets hung in the hospital. It was, yeah.
Well, no one got hung in the hospital as far as we know.
I'm thinking it was, Ibuki was hung in the hospital and she was the one that was brought. Hyoko was being hidden. I'm talking about Hyoko.
Curtain or the wallpaper?
Could be the wallpaper, but
A curtain, I think.
the curtain.
Oh, no, wait, hold on.
I'm thinking the curtain would be used for Ibuki,
Yeah.
so that it matches. Are we right? Are we right? Are we
Yes.
right? Oh, good. Ah!
Unfortunately, mouse does not give you a lot of turning control.
No. Oh my gosh.
Maybe I should just like not hold control all the time.
Wallpaper. Oh my gosh. No. Oh no. Question 3. Where'd the killer...
Cover the pillar.
They formed a wall? We colored the pillar, yeah. Okay.
It's all coming together.
It did?
I got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
So they wrapped the pillar up in extra wallpaper to hide her?
That's so
It would have
weird.
taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What?
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar.
More than slightly.
What?
So when I
Oh!
first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there. However, because it was concealed
I
within a
didn't
slightly
notice
larger
that.
pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Wow, that's so smart.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar. So using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
A red herring.
Are
Yep.
you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
Moss balls?
I don't eat moss balls. I just enjoy looking at them.
Those were a thing.
There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Uh-oh.
I know TH is a thing. I'm not familiar with the double S version.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie.
It's actually a type of pet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Not just that,
it's a
but
aquatic
Hyoko getting taped
plant.
up after
Looks like
her
a big
death
moss ball.
matches the
You float
lion's
around in a
death.
tank. It's a Japanese thing.
Ah.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Really?
The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie. Should be able to explain that now.
Mix up the killing. Oh, mix up the killing order? Hide the weapon?
Mixing up the killing order makes the most sense.
Yeah.
I see! The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
Boy, I wonder if Ibuki's gullible illness resulted in her killing Kyoko and then offing herself, or some combination of that.
We'll see.
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
Do you mean. If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
Gonna
I'm
have
not
stop.
even crying.
I'll
I
let
don't
you
want
sob
it
as
to
much
be
as you
you.
want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
Blood on the slippers.
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
Or her face.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
I don't think it can be Gundam because this is too stupid of a mistake.
I don't know.
You're one to talk.
Also, we're like really early in the trial.
I know.
Anyway, this continues. We're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best if we clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed.
So it's her shoes. Blood on the soles.
Probably.
Yeah. Blood on the soul.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Whoops.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
I agree with that. Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
I wonder if that's why the blood stain was smeared. She was rubbing them out.
Could be. Or shuffling. You know, as they walk. Shuffling right through it.
It was certainly deliberate because you can't do that sort of thing without going back and forth.
Depends. You can drag your feet. I've done it.
Yeah, but it was a wide area.
True. We'll see, we'll see.
And it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
Cut an artery, that'd be a good amount.
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded.
But it also means she was really clean for that sort of...
Yeah, that's like, I've seen an artery bleed. It's got some range.
Oh, wait. I got it.
What?
Remember, she can't dress herself, and she was dressed weirdly when they found her.
Ooh.
So maybe that's where it all went.
Yeah, it's
Or maybe
true.
they cleaned her out.
Ugh.
Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
Oh my gosh. No, Gunham, shut up.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
You have a rebuttal? That's a good line.
That's a good
Are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know. You're
There
so
are no
frightened
words.
You can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
I just want to take a screenshot of that face. Just the two of them like this. Oh.
Let's go again.
Smudge on the floor.
I
Smudge.
am suspicious
Yeah.
of that.
Okay.
WASD keys overturn. What was that?
Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor. You can't
Yes,
step on
there is.
blood that was never there. Just about 1 minute. Did you see a nice nightmare? You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those words. That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things! You don't have proof of that at all!
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
Maybe I was remembering it a bit bigger. I'm still not convinced it was accidental.
When the
I
killer
don't think
tried
it's
to hide
accident.
Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Which means it's probably not Mikon because she could have just faked her own autopsy.
Yep.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right?
Then again, she knew that, and if she knew we knew that, then
We'll find out.
I still don't think it's Mikon. I don't think.
I don't think it's her
Up for
either.
discussion.
This is looking more and more like Gunham. The question is why? Gunham or Soda?
I don't think it's Gundam. Clearly not choose the line in front of her.
Hawk. It's a Princess Bride reference.
Oh, okay.
Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then, but regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
Ah, true.
Suicide.
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Nagito? What do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means...
Yep, yeah, that's true. She'd need an accomplice. Why would you accomplice someone committing suicide?
Uh-huh.
The killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
Huh?
It's an actor.
Yep.
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
That was definitely taken in the hospital.
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement. And I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Oh, Sonia.
Sounds like something someone who falsified their own alibi would pull.
Okay.
I don't remember the accounts.
Pause for a second. Okay, Fuyuhiko. Fuyuhiko actually is the weakest because he was coming. No, Mikan was sleeping with us, and then she went to go somewhere. Oh no, she went to go check on someone before she went to bed, and that's when she realized someone was missing, and then she ran to Fuyuhiko. Fuyuhiko was coming from wherever he was staying and met up with her, and then they were looking around for missing Ibuki. Sonia, for some reason, apparated into the room. Now, mind you, we could assume that maybe the door was open and she walked in, but that's just assuming. She was in a room that we had to use a key to get into, and she was inside. Yeah, check them. They didn't find anyone. Apparently, they're separated for a short time. It goes on to my direction to the hospital, checking out, realize it was disciplined, just almost okay. What's Sonia's? Okay, distraught. Just going to shovel and want to tie now. So it's apparently told about the flight mirror and the music room.
So she wasn't with anyone. It's also suspicious she knew about the mirror.
Yeah. Yeah, like what was she doing there?
And what about
What
the
are we
others?
Using the surveillance monitor
Right
video
before the
or
morning
Sonia?
announcement. I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Nobody has an alibi? That's not quite right.
Yeah.
But we've got more than one that would fit.
Person does an alibi for that time. It's technically
We can
so
exclude
not.
the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then
What?
So that... Oh, I guess it doesn't count as an alibi.
Yeah.
It says weak.
But what can be incorrect, though? Or are we agreeing?
No, it's not. The only thing we can agree with is that Fuyuhiko was in his room, which he wasn't.
No. That is true. That's not what he was doing. Well, he said before the announcement, right? Did he meet up with Mikan before the announcement or after? Yeah, we ran into Fuyuhiko after we found the first body. So that's after the announcement. So what he just said was true, or could be true, because he said before, right? In his statements. Before the announcement, he was in his cottage. What if it's us? What if it's the
We'll have to see what the other things are, because the three accounts don't seem to match up here yet.
Okay.
Crap!
Sorry.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
We can exclude the people like Mikan and Akane.
What did he say, Mikan?
Yeah, Mikan and Akane. He said we can exclude them.
Well, if that's the case, then maybe we present Mikan at that one.
Right before the morning announcement,
Right
I was
before.
totally sleeping in my motel room.
Sleeping.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel...
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
Yeah, he said exclude him and Akane. Really? He said that?
That's what I thought.
I thought he said... I could be wrong.
We can exclude the sick people
Yeah.
like me
Yeah.
and Akane, right?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
Yeah, we can agree with it.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Yeah, because
Aside
we
from those
saw
afflicted by
him.
the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then
No, that's wrong.
Because we saw him.
No, this is Mikan.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
you two have alibis?
This is gonna get really awkward.
Oh dear.
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Soda.
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Oh my goodness. Oh!
Oh no.
Waifu is mad at you, there. Her face. Just look at it. bask in it. Soak it in. That is some serious betrayal right there.
This vacant look is the look of heartache.
In a distance, you can hear 1,000 waifus suddenly cry out in terror and be silenced.
Wait, why are the waifus? Isn't it the husbandos at risk here?
I don't know.
Too much info.
It's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was?
Huh?
Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call bullshit on that.
I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Huh?
The killer had a different reason? If
Why?
that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Inside a trap set by one of us. If so, then whose? What kind of trap is it?
Is it one where they want everyone to watch the movie? But what could they possibly get out of that?
Hiya!
I mean, it validates us as innocent.
I suppose, but
That's clearly not their intention.
no.
Oh, wait, come on.
Why, hello there, mon ami. The moss balls sure look tasty today.
Stop it!
Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls.
And here's some chance time.
What? What's that?
Now then, mon ami's appeal time starts now.
Huh? Appeal time?
Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck! Show those jerks who treat you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss!
That's 99% your fault.
While you are whining, your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 30,000 words or so.
That's too long. It'll just be a boring appeal.
Come on! If your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities heading your way.
Then... I'm Usami. Magical girl Usami. I'm an itty-bitty girl who's sweet like milk.
Jeez. I thought a certain robot's little sister was supposed to be the best.
What a disappointment!
Who are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever.
Robot's little sister. Don't think it's Roll. She's not the best in any way.
Oh.
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation. Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were supposed to have a fun, friendly school trip, but it turned out all bloody instead. No! This definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Fair enough.
No despair boops.
The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence. Does something like that even exist?
So by falsifying or faking an imitation, what is it making them do? What did it make them do? It made them all, or those who hadn't yet, watched the movie. That's the only thing I can think of right now, but is there anything else that it's making them do?
No. The only thing I can see right now is protecting Hajime. There are a few people who would do that, but I can't imagine why they would do it now. Also, I hope it's not those people.
Yeah. I also think that, there's one other thing. I still think that, it copycatted and whatnot, but I think that was to do what we said earlier. I think it's to get Hajime out of the building so that they could move the second body that they killed in the hospital. But...
Oh, hold on. There is something that they could have done. And that's, if realizing that these were imitation murders would be a problem for people, then setting up Hajime as the patsy for it, he makes the ideal one, because he couldn't possibly make that connection. I'm not sure why that would particularly tip an investigation one way or another.
Oh, this is really weird.
But
right?
You definitely get the sense that Hajime was set up to be a witness.
Yeah.
Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Oh, man. This again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
It's against the rules.
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
Not that any of us knew that before this case.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
Aww. If the killer knew that, who was there when that was said? Did they all know that at the exact same time?
We all found out as we were investigating.
Okay.
So, if anyone else knew that beforehand, they learned it off screen.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think of a scenario where that could happen. That could be a way to find out. If they had already knew about a rule that we had to learn during the investigation.
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually
that
killed
was
by
what was
arrows,
weird.
right? But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape. Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
Even then, tape is a far cry from arrows.
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying, Hyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
Hyoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
A lot of assumptions I made out of the gate.
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
Sonia.
Why did Hiyoko go to the music venue?
Because Sonia, she said there was a mirror.
I'm an echo.
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Especially the one on the end of his finger. Look how menacing it looks.
Looks more brooding to me. I ate my parents when I was young. Now I am a vigilante for Gotham. Why Hiyoko went to the music venue? That's the key to all this. I need to find that out, no matter the cost.
2 million yen.
I only spent 1.5.
These are Clement's own motel keys. What?
None of these are that.
Yeah.
Why did Hyoko...
Are we, is this one of those ones where we copy and throw it back at that? Let's see.
There's no way we'd know that!
She went for the AC.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
Oh.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
Nope. That's not it.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
That's true.
She was guided by the will of causality.
No.
This Jewish fate.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Why
Do we
did Hyoko...
What are the controls again? Do we actually have the whole copy and paste thing option?
Oh, that. I forgot about that. Well, but they're all agreeing with each other, so it's hard to imagine that's what's going on.
No, the last one wasn't right. The will of causality. Well, the other ones. Will of causality. She wasn't abducted.
No, I want to see what's going on with the key. See if that has a clue attached to it. Let's retrieve. No, that doesn't help.
Wizard among me.
Oh, do we have Sonia's account?
I didn't see it. That's what's weird.
There's no way you'd know that!
Scrap of paper. Music curtain. Wait,
Maybe the
music
killer
venue
summoned
curtain? What's that one? Music venue
Hold on, there's a
curtain.
lot. Let's go through here.
At the very bottom. Oh, the second bottom.
Let's get this.
Okay, what was that? The very it looks like it was brought from the supermarket, not something that was originally there.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
She was guided by the will of causality.
So do we actually have the copy?
We do, but I don't see what you're trying to copy here.
Okay, so we can agree. Like, we agree that she went with her own free will, but what do we use to agree with her with? Maybe because she had her key on her? It was tucked in.
Oh, that's a good point. She couldn't be abducted.
Yeah,
if
she had her key.
her key on her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
So either we can agree with that, or we can even take out the other one with that. She couldn't have been abducted if she has her key own key on.
We can't argue with
That's
it.
not it.
Okay.
Maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
I agree with that.
There we go.
It's just as Sonia said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hiyoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hiyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hiyoko got abducted.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious.
This also debunks what I was saying earlier about someone going and cleaning her out, because they would have gotten the key then.
Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key.
Also, I didn't remember exactly how her bloodstain works. Anime has conditioned me to expect more, but I think that might be in line with that neck wound.
Also, if it has been trying to, like, they've been trying to cover it up.
Unless you're, like, right there with a knife in one hand and a towel in the other, you're not going to cover up that much of what I was expecting with the case.
I'm just surprised the tape looks so clean.
Well, it was definitely done after. And her heart would have stopped by then, so its blood's not really moving.
At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that...
I won't lose.
Why, though?
Why?
Are you
Honey.
saying my gut was wrong?
This is what you have issues with?
What?
This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
You
The
can shine
hell?
by gracefully bowing down.
No! That's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
Wow, Akane, why? Okay.
Sonia's account.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room. Forcibly abducted her! The girl is so small and weak-looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
But Hiyoko's room was locked. The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's kimono.
Actually having a
The
real
killer
back and
probably
forth.
didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer. That's the proof she was abducted, right? My gut is totally right after all.
Nope.
Which of those was?
No, she didn't fight. We had to slice the fight one, I think, because no, she was. Sonia told her to go do her fix her kimono over there.
Well, sorry, a lot of the argument's gone from my head now, but if your argument is that she didn't fight, well, there's no signs of a fight and she died instantly.
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah,
Allow me
that.
to cut through those words. The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Hiyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, She went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something.
Stop.
Hell no.
Then, the killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense.
No, don't tempt me, Gundam. Please.
I don't know. I think Gundam gets points over Kazuichi.
I don't know. It's.
He doesn't make your eyes bleed.
Neither does Soda.
Neon yellow.
He has a neon earring with tiny little writing on it. Mismatched eyes, a drawn-in scar, bandages where you don't need them. Like, need I go on? Do you want me to go on? Don't get me wrong, I love his design. I'm just saying, hey Kettle, my name's Black.
I think you mixed the metaphor up a little there, but yes.
It's like, he has quite the fashion sense. Maybe it's a compliment.
Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake.
What?
What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She was killed
Why are
so
these
there
killers
wouldn't
so
be any
ripped?
loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation,
killed Hiyoko.
Because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
But there wasn't any blood at the entrance.
I know.
Not that that's exactly how it played out. We're still sort of forming our picture here.
Not to mention, I mean, like...
But it seems most likely that she died on stage.
Yeah.
Maybe she... No, she shouldn't have been up on the stage because she was going into the back room.
Yeah, right? Maybe she never got there. We just...
You don't just wander on top of a stage.
Not to mention, she had to have been able to start putting her kimono together, you know?
That makes it even more difficult.
So... she had to at least have gotten by the killer to the mirror. This is just being based on the images that were being shown of the before, because... like I said, as someone who's actually put one on, you make the bow in the front and then you turn it around. It looked like she was actually in the last stage of fixing it. So...
yeah, that's not what I'm worried about here. It's why the blood is on the stage.
Yeah.
Because Hiyoko had no business being on the stage. And furthermore, if she was, as you said, like, at that stage of dressing, she should have still been in the room.
Mm-hmm. This is weird. This is weird!
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan. Do you have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
Killer's planned from the beginning. I'm pretty sure we're very, very close.
Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak?
Oh, God.
I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
I feel like that's a weak reason.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
That too.
Yeah.
Huh? Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
No, wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around.
That's strange. That's very strange.
This is strange? What's strange?
I see. It's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints. There's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked.
Oh, how they were splattered. It's a spray pattern. It's not like, it's not a smear, or else they'd be coating the entire thing. It's a nice dusting, which meant her feet could have been facing the blood as it gushed forward. I mean, she was lying on the ground.
Or Hiyoko was killed prone underneath her.
Yeah.
But that's less likely.
The point is, a lot of time in crime scenes, blood splatter, its pattern, and where it is is really important.
Just as Nagito said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. And why weren't there any footprints on the...
Yeah, see? Those look like splatters.
But that's not what they're asking. Step ladder.
Step ladder. Ah.
I can prove it with this. If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
You noticed such a small detail. How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate.
What are you talking about? You were obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all this time. Nagito Komaeda, you're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder?
Means there's two different people.
I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
No, you're wrong!
Unless there was something funny about that video.
I see. So there was some kind of trick arranged in that video,
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
So, just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding the incident is contained in that video. Whether or not we can reach that hidden truth, it's all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
As long as I leave this to you...
What?
I won't tell you to do your best, but... Oh well. You should get started already.
Hangman?
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
There was some hidden clue in that video. I should have seen something strange as I watched it. I'm the only one who can clear that up.
There are two things. Well, there's a few. There's the candle, there's the curtain, there's also the hair.
Yeah.
You could see
her. We don't have anything for hair, and candle we established there was one at the theater. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's a curtain, or rather, how big the curtain is. So where was that?
Okay, so we got candle, stimulants.
Oh, this is as close as we get.
Shows a person.
There's also no blood on the step ladder.
Yep. And it's on a certain place, too. Can you check
I
just the
do
other
want to
two
confirm
things?
with the step ladder. Yeah, it's on the left side,
Yep.
and we can clearly see the left side of that height.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what did you want to check?
The candle and the curtain, just one more time. Full thing. Okay, candle's found in the front of the stage. Dim light, surveillance camera, actually... And the surveillance camera is actually light from the candle. Okay, just establishing that for later. For the lighting. It does talk about the lighting. And then... What does it say exactly about the curtain? Use it any curtain.
Is that it was a bot and it wasn't wide enough.
What? And not something that was originally there. Okay. Oh, it's not wide enough to reach the sides. Okay.
But we didn't even see the speaker, so... Well, they
And
weren't
yet-
there, but
but-
also it shows that they were too close for the shot to show the full curtain.
But it almost looks like you can see the full back wall in the video. And it reaches from side to side. See? Can you go back to it? There. Oh, they didn't zoom in. Darn. No. I do remember they had a bigger wide shot than that.
Yeah, unfortunately we can't remember.
Ah, dang it. Okay. Alright.
I'm the only one who actually saw that video. So I'm the only one who can do it.
Yeah, see?
See what? I don't see it reaching to the walls.
Well, I suppose it covers
That
up the
is a
sides.
pretty small stage.
Yeah.
If that were the case.
Okay.
The hanging video I saw. Based on everything we know from the debates thus far, we should be able to figure out what's strange. Oh, right there.
Oh, there you go.
Here!
Hey.
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital.
Because you were totally in the state of mind to analyze that step ladder and how clean it was.
Yeah, apparently.
There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene. But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
I like how this is the part that they're getting hung up on.
Huh?
So be more concerned that there were two people with bags on their heads.
Yep.
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue.
What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different.
Thank
Am I
you,
right?
Nagito.
That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
What are you two talking about?
Stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Chiaki said the stepladder was at a different place, but if that's the case, the thing that's different between that video and the actual scene of the crime is the location they were filmed at.
Yes. Location, location, location.
Is that thing the place where the killer did something? Oh. Is that thing the place where the killer did something? Now it's hanging out.
Oh, gosh.
Hospital. No, hospital. Okay. Not sure what that first one's gonna be.
Maybe it's the name of the room? Do you remember what that was called? Was it called an on-call room or something? No. So enough. Wow. I have no idea what this is. Meeting room, emergency room. Oh, wow. That place actually had a name. Alternative room? Fake room?
Oh, it is F.
F. F. Sucks that they don't let you finishing room? Finishing hospital? Filming? Really?
Filming location?
Okay. Wow, that's way out there.
So what else?
Yep. There we go, there's the M. Come on, eyes. There we go. There you go, N. I serious have to do this in order. There you go, there's the A. Oh. There you go. Oh. Come on, I. There you go.
Wow. Oops.
Oh no. Oh. Right there. Pink. There we go. Oh.
I got it.
That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
In order to show us that they filmed the video at the music venue instead of somewhere else, what did the killer do to that surveillance camera unit?
Broke it?
Swapped it.
Swap. Oh yeah, swapped. Enjoy your snowboarding through thoughts. Moved it, swapped it. I mean, not to discredit not to discredit Soda's abilities, but he's also not the only person in the world that can tamper with footage. I mean that can tamper with electronics. But yes, they are going on the fact that that's his gig and no one else's. Jump. Jump. Ah! This is so hard. Ugh.
Why do I keep ending up with the ones where I have to jump?
They all do that.
No.
Eventually.
Every other one does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Camera, the monitor, both. The camera.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting multiple choice. Yeah.
Well, nah. Really? Okay. Oh my goodness. Hey. Oh boy. Oh. This is actually making me a little dizzy. Oh, poor Zare.
Camper with the camera at the music venue or the hospital?
Oh.
The camera at the music venue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Also, James, I don't think I properly welcomed you to the stream. So there you go.
Hello, James, and... Oh boy. Woo! Oh. Ah!
It's not the jump button.
Ugh, watch out for your walls!
Walls aren't as bad as the pits.
Yeah. Okay. What did the camera
from the music venues?
Increase the signal.
Took it with them.
Take it with them, yeah.
Increase the signal.
Increase the power!
I'm giving him all she's got, Captain! She can't take any more!
It's all coming together. That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
All that build-up for something so simple.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
Oh, well,
He did
excuse
discover
me.
the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
Well, that's true, but...
But if we go with that line of thinking, then a lot of things that I've asserted are just easy to throw out. When did we ever let something like noticing there was a dead body stop us from gathering information about the rest of the room with eidetic memory?
Yes. With our...
In order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
Smushed.
The thing the killer did to the remaining monitor was...
They painted it.
I see! The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
Well,
I noticed
let's
the
not say
step
there's
ladder.
something special here.
He's an ultimate something.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
Maybe he's the ultimate noticer.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
But it could transmit from the hospital to the hospital.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Which means, even if it was filmed in another place, as long as it was transmitting to the hospital, range would be pretty limited. If that's the case, where's the video filmed to make it look like it was filmed at the music venue?
I hope they're not gonna ask us for the name of the room.
The possibility is that place, inside that building.
Ah!
Not Hangman.
No! Oh god. Okay. Yeah. On-call room.
That's not
Or
on call.
What was it called? Emergency room. What was the other name of it? Something room. The reserve room, the storage room. Nope.
Okay, let's see.
Conference room.
Conference room?
Maybe?
It definitely fits. Why don't I remember it being called a conference room?
Me neither, but yeah, I think it was a conference room. Yes, I think she called it a conference room, but then we call it a storage room because of all the stuff that was in it. You said it might as well have been
on-call room, but that's where we sleep. So it was a different room.
Yeah. Conference room, because it had a projector and the curtain. Yay!
Oops.
I got it! Possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? Conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
The curtain, which I'm going to present. Make the conference room look like the music venue. Killer went ahead and did some work. Got to make it clear what that work was.
The work. What? There you go. Yes.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
He might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed up the filming locations. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
Okay, it was the set, I think. Because we're agreeing, right?
Well, we have to agree with one of them.
Okay.
But it shouldn't be the first two, so I guess it was the staging one. And the reason it can't be the first two is because they're the same damn thing. It's not, did you make one look like the other? You know, was one...
One was a set, and one was the real thing.
Hold on, let me just... Maybe I'm blanking, so if it were one of those, let me think of which one it would be. So they made they made the stage look like the hospital room, because the stage curtain didn't look like it belonged there.
But because
rooms in the hospital have tiled floor? No, we're pretty sure that one, the conference room, had a boarded floor. So they made the set look like the hospital room.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Well, the set is usually where something
Which
is
place
being
resembled
filmed,
the other?
regardless.
Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Okay, he might have tampered with the camera.
It's very awkwardly worded, but I
still
think I know
can't
what they're
believe
going
he
for
mixed
here.
up the filming locations. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
God.
Or did they make some kind of set?
Or they might have tampered.
I still can't believe... Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
There's no way and the music venue.
Which place resembled the... Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the...
That must be it!
Oh.
What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain
But after the incident, it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Hey, I have a full ass!
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid.
That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like the conference room?
In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
See? Boarded.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
The lighting.
Something else the killer did to make the music venue look like the conference room. It's gotta be that.
I can prove it with this. You're referring to the candle in the music venue, right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, that's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
Or maybe they moved the candle and it was.
Yeah.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect.
I don't think it's relevant in this case, but another thing to note is if you're in a small room with a candle, the ambient lighting is going to be much brighter because it's bouncing off the walls than if you were in a venue.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that's relevant here, but it would be something I'd be looking at.
If it was the single light, yeah.
With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime. It's occurring in the conference room.
I feel like I've heard Bayside cops say that before.
Bayside cops? That's adorable.
This isn't the other way around.
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
That video was filmed in the conference room. Ibuki's body was at the music venue. Which means there was a fake somewhere. That fake must have been... Oh, in the conference room.
I see! The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
It's weird that no one's been freaking out yet.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
So that's what happened. Then, no matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to rescue Ibuki. At that moment, I was already in the killer's trap. And the one who set a trap for me was...
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Huh?
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
That's right. I should already know. I should have already known who the killer is.
Are we already gonna pick? Oh my god, no! Holy shit.
We can't pause.
No. Are we selecting the killer of Ibuki or the killer of Hyoko, though?
Both.
Both. Oh gosh.
Whoever it was killed both.
I don't think it's her. Oh gosh.
Sonia or Soda?
It could. Sonia, Soda, Mikan. Because remember, Ibuki died after you said at night, right? Mikan came and got us in the morning. She doesn't have an alibi for that hour. Oh,
and she's the only one who had an established alibi for the time that it happened. I don't want to say it's her, but...
Me neither!
You're the only one!
Please
it is!
No way! No way! Please tell me it's not her! Oh god!
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hyoko?
Oh my god, it makes so much sense! She would know how to precisely kill Hyoko. She would know where to cut. One singular cut to an artery. She'd be perfect at it. Oh, God!
I think a lot of people would know that. I think more specifically, she would have known to mess with the temperatures.
Yeah, she'd know how to mess with the temperatures. She has access to the victims.
The hospital is basically where she was living at that point.
Oh!
She done anything about it.
Damn! Wow! Wow!
Well, let's see how this plays out. One thing, we might not even be at the end of the case here.
Yeah.
For another, we have to figure out why.
Why? And does she have an accomplice?
The thing I'm more worried about is she going to get... Well, okay, no. Like, I'm kind of worried that this is going to be an accident, but Hyoko does not accidentally die.
No.
Ibuki definitely accidentally dies. There's many ways that could happen. But Hyoko, unless it's some weird circumstance with Ibuki doing it, but I don't think so.
Let's find out. Let's find out. Oh, this is going to be so weird.
The question is why?
The killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her is the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question!
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikan have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence!
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence?
Shouldn't you get some rest already? You should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep, right?
If you insist, I'll use the on-call room upstairs. You must be mentally exhausted, so it's better if you just relax in the lobby instead.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music venue. And showed that to me. Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the
Yep, that's what I pointed out.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Unless they were there in advance.
Yeah, but either way, it was a good way to do it there and then quickly get him out of the way so you can move to the next location. Ugh.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Kane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Please wait a second. What are you saying? I'm the killer? That's impossible. There's no way I can kill someone.
Right, if they were there in advance, then they would already be in the hospital if Yuhiko's statement was technically correct. Oh, okay.
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
I don't want to believe it.
Me neither.
It's leading us.
Gosh.
Wrong. It's totally wrong. It's not what you think.
Help us,
Just like I
Mikan.
said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikan is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
So the sexism is okay.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation. Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious.
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Fortunately, she hasn't given me evidence.
I know, we need evidence.
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
No, though you did almost kill me twice.
Hey, Hajime!
We're working on it.
Everyone's ganging up on me. Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this?
Are we actually making the mistake?
I'm the one making a mistake? Seems a little out there that this was the red herring, but it's possible.
It could be setting her up. What
Yeah,
if
that's why I said the trial's not over.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we've accused someone doesn't mean that we're voting.
Yeah.
No, in fact, it'd be so much easier if I was wrong. I have this much doubt about someone I spent so much time with.
Can you hold on a minute?
Huh?
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like
Come on,
this.
Nagito!
Get on with it already!
Yes, get on with it!
And the game froze!
It's perfect! Oh!
Well, I hope you guys like suspense.
It's perfect. get another cup of tea before my voice goes sore.
What are you saying?
Okay, got it back.
Okay, hang on.
AJ, I have no idea why we have trouble with it either.
Okay, my tea can go. My tea can steep while I wait. Oh. Okay, so we just got to. He just says, "What are you saying?"
I'm sure he said something.
I missed all the critical points.
Yeah.
Per time like this.
Yeah. I mean, Hajime had not verbally said something, and I don't see the option to replay it.
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time.
Oh my.
Huh?
I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
What? Are you serious?
I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this is a game.
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Dang! That's a huge deal!
A decisive clue? Does something like that really exist?
Sounding more worried than hopeful here.
Let's take a look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from, this rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
There should have been. Okay.
Okay.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new.
The way it's crumpled up doesn't look normal.
Near the middle of the rope.
Oh, there we go.
It's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
Statistical correlation only. The supermarket is a hotspot for goods in general, so of course it's a hotspot for criminal goods too.
Exactly, Hawk. You defend that supermarket and their trustworthy business.
I don't know. Have you seen the manager of that place?
He's a bear.
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her.
Okay, that really screams it wasn't Mikan.
Mm-hmm.
Unless she has, like, really done an amazing job of hiding her ripped physique. I don't think she could physically pull something off like that.
There are ways to do it, but I just don't think that she has them. Then again, people have really shown that if you flip a switch, there's a level of maliciousness to it. Like in this case, there's a way where you can just pull your body weight against theirs if they're leaning forward. But, so you don't actually have to use your arms. But anyway,
Yeah, but in this scenario, I have to imagine that, like, she has firmly placed both of her feet on the square of Ibuki's back as she's doing this.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm getting at. That would be the way she's done it, but because the ropes are frayed, this means, like, kind of doing, like, an Indian rope burn thing. This is methodical. Somebody had the upper arm strength and to just, you know, roll the ropes back and forth like that. That's
So not even with feet on back. Does that sound plausible?
That's malicious, man.
The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Hold on. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along. What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
So, this rope won't be much of a clue. And I might as well search another place.
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
And then, I finished speaking.
He was interrupted.
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Nagito's words contain a decisive clue? Is that really true?
Scrap paper.
Maybe this is the only thing that immediately sounds wrong.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Nope.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Let's just verify that.
Monokuma file.
Cause of
Crushed
death is
windpipe.
as a result
Choking.
of choking. That actually disagrees. Oh, it really depends on how you view choking. Choking, to me,
a crushed windpipe
as
can
a
happen two
verb
ways.
with the victim as an object, sounds more like it was an intentional act.
Yeah, and usually when you come to hanging, what really actually kills someone, well, you can die two ways. You can die from a strangulation if they don't fall properly, but if they fall very quickly, they usually die from the impact snapping their neck, and it doesn't say that.
Agrees. Do we really present Monokuma file number 3 to his sighting of Monokuma file number 3?
I don't know.
What are the clues I have?
You have the rope.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged,
There you go,
know.
hanged. It wasn't hanged.
Obviously,
But
we'd
that's
assume
agreed.
it was a hanging.
Oh, right.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified.
Okay, so we agree using the Monokuma file and agree with never specifying.
We do agree that it never specified that she was hung.
Yeah.
But we don't seem to have something. According to Nikon, there's no doubt that the cause of Ibuki's death was her hanging herself with this rope. Which does not sound good for her. Because if we're establishing that that was the case, she should have noticed.
Mm-hmm. She would know the difference, and she didn't. So it's your fault for not noticing. Mikon.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Oh, it's not.
Nope.
Crap!
Okay, what are our options again? Okay, rope
Ibuki
is for
didn't die
hanging.
from hanging.
What are the options? The other ones.
She was strangled to death.
Wait. No. What are the other ones?
I shouldn't just keep clicking on things.
Crap!
This evidence does contradict that. I want to verbalize that somehow.
Okay,
Ibuki
rope used for
didn't die
hanging.
from hanging.
Damn it! What are the other choices?
She was strangled to death.
These choices or these choices?
The ones for your bullets.
Basically the same thing.
Scrap of paper.
Though hanging and
curtain,
strangling seem
surveillance
similar,
unit.
they're very different.
The
scars
surveillance
they leave
unit
would look different too.
thing, because it's not true. The footage isn't true.
It is, but that's not what's being referenced here. The surveillance camera unit is this.
Oh, sorry.
According to Hawk's journey to get himself on an FBI watch list, hanging from a short drop such as a ladder usually results in strangulation, not a broken neck. A drop of 4
really?
to 6 feet was used to break the neck.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Scars? You mean
Wait,
the rope
does
burn,
it look
right?
different?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Yes.
That must be it. So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death is being hanged by this rope, right?
Hawk's right. She's a nurse. She's not she's not like the autopsy specialist.
Coroner?
She's not the coroner.
It's reasonable to assume the cause. She's a nurse, not a forensic specialist. True, but you would have known. You should have, especially as a nurse, you should have been able to tell the difference between like the rope burn and the strangulation that happens and a broken neck or just like a natural strangulation, because this rope was rubbed. That should have left some evidence.
Okay.
Yes, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself.
I see. So Ibuki died by hanging herself.
Not to mention, did you see how high her
said
body
Ibuki
was?
Anderson.
That's at least 4
That
feet.
was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
That is... well...
Well, it's the drop that matters. How high is that step ladder?
It's true. It's not very high.
I don't think the step ladder is 4 feet tall.
That would be strangulation. So, Oi!
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking.
Uh-oh.
You, Mikan, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
You are right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
I'm not taking her
Depends on
side or
what's used.
anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
For everything that's not nursing related. Because you are really on the ball with that.
Mikan nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
That should make you doubt her.
Don't you think
So
her
we can't-
devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Eh?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikan because she was nursing her.
So Mikan volunteered to nurse us? Because she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikan is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you.
You excluded me from your murder plot.
I am so mad. I wanted in on this.
Crime at all.
Huh?
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikan is the killer.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
But I'm really not the killer.
I want to believe you, but you're not making it easy.
There's no way. I'm capable of killing someone.
Is that really true?
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop. I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Kami-kan, throw us a bone.
Come on, Mikan, help!
Huh? Is that all you can say?
Oh no!
That's not the bone I wanted.
Oh crap!
So in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem. I'm done with that. You hear me? I'm done.
Hey, Mikan.
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away. What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
Is acting like this your strategy now? Well, this is annoying. Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some?
Huh?
I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth is one of us murdered two of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair.
Chiaki.
Hey Mikan, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched?
Like I said, it obviously wasn't me.
Which doesn't answer the question.
Can you prove it?
Prove it? Wait. Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video? That's right! Show me your proof! Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room. Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital. That's totally crazy. I didn't do anything wrong. Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already.
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
I'm not the killer. The video. I never filmed that video.
To be fair, Fuyuhiko, being accused of murder and having death as your sentence kinda does that to people.
Not to mention, she had all those signs of someone who's been abused a lot. Like, a lot.
If this was all unfolding outside of a narrative, I could still plausibly believe she'd be innocent.
Yeah. I can see that this is just the straw that broke the camel's back, you know?
And we just gotta see how far into the misdirection for case 3 the author wants to go.
Yeah. Whew.
It seems she finally started arguing for us.
Huh?
But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime.
No pressure or anything.
Ah!
I'm going to leave this to you once again.
No!
Could it be... Was this Chiaki's goal all along? She's saying everyone's fate depends on me. The only person who saw that video...
Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
I need to make up my mind. I'm the one who has to do it. The one who's going to finish this.
Blow up your motel key, scrap of paper. Oh gosh. Oh,
Between
Mikan's
AC
account.
temperature and Mikan's account. I have to read Mikan's account.
Okay.
I also only get one shot.
Jeez. Okay. Right up until the Monokuma Mountain, Mikan was Hajime the whole time. Afterward, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko.
And that's corroborated. So the only thing this tells us is that she doesn't have an alibi for the night before. So I don't think that's what we're going for here.
Okay, and the other one is the AC.
Which is entirely dependent on what clues she gives us.
Yeah. Cranked out. It's extremely hot inside and then because of that.
Let's see what she has to say.
Okay.
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof?
Is that really
Is the
Mikan?
mark on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Body type?
No one was looking at body type before. She brought that one up. But I want to check how I steal. Select truth bullet, concentrate.
Wait! The hospital gown?
I will be right with that thought.
Wasn't one of them missing before? And Akane was talking about that. She wanted one. But one was missing.
Perhaps the killer's mistake was giving you a very, very detailed look at the killer's body type.
You give me a very, very detailed tell us.
I see where you're going with that.
Yeah. Looking at their body type and obscuring it with a...
Doesn't seem like Lith is quite cottoned on. 2 thoughts. And then hold down the left mouse button, then you can use that weak spot as a temporary truth bullet later in the argument. Will disappear as soon as you use them, or switch to another truth bullet. Okay, so hold it down.
Okay. Whoa, gosh, this is very tense.
I'm not the killer!
I've heard this.
We can't think of anybody else other than you.
I love how she's really using
Who could have filmed that video?
It makes her creepy voice all that more impactful.
Oh,
I love it.
do you have any proof?
Way off now.
Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
I don't think we had any hospital gown in here.
And she didn't, it wasn't like, it wasn't colored, was it? We can't take it, can we?
No, we can. But,
Ibuki
Oh,
and
she
Mika
did!
Clearly have different body
I
types.
think I know what we want to steal.
Is that
Okay.
really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight?
So, hold on. Camera angle. Wait. Yeah, that's it.
The cat.
That's what we have to hit.
The candle?
No.
What?
No. How would she know what the camera angle was if she didn't film it?
Ah!
So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well.
My heart, my feels.
You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Oh, man. You mustn't run away. You mustn't run away.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you. Who could have filmed that video?
Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
I'll shoot through that contradiction.
Oh, man. Well done.
Mikan, you've committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle. So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole.
Don't spoil our trump card. We've got 3 more cases.
You lied, didn't you?
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me!
Okay, yeah.
I was wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
Oh, she's lost it.
Impossible?
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag, isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
And Monokuma said you got 2.
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that?
Everyone in this room.
Yep.
More importantly, Did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater? Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that that tote bag is a limited item. So don't you think it's impossible?
Huh?
Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think? That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer.
So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
In pointing out the impossibility of this, you very solidly incriminated yourself.
Then you're gonna forgive me?
I won't stop until you forgive me!
Long time no see. Well, not really. It's time for the third Panic Talk action. This is probably going to be my last job during a class trial. Please humor me while I taint your ears one last time. Starting from this PTA, the reload and ammo features will be added. You will no longer be able to make do with just the left mouse button. Below the tempo marker in the lower portion of the screen, the number of bullets are displayed. From this point on, you'll need one bullet to destroy one remark. When you're out of bullets, you won't be able to destroy the remarks, no matter how much you mash the left mouse button. You'll be able to refresh your bullets by pressing the tab key to reload. Just like locking on, press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. The controls are the same as the left mouse button. Match the tempo marker either by pressing the tab key. End of sentence. The number of bullets refreshed is based on how well you kept the tempo. If you get the timing wrong when you press the tab key, bullets will not be refreshed, so please be careful. Also, your ammo will be completely refreshed and will not run out during fever time. If your difficulty level is set to gentle, you do not need to reload. I guess this was a pretty useless explanation, even though it was the last one. That should be all the explanations for the class trials. The rest is up to you to overcome. You should be able to find it beyond this point, what you and I both yearn for. True despair.
Oh dear.
Well then, good luck, and have fun.
I'll keep explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item!
That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
At this rate, you're not getting anywhere. Gotta do something and end this. Also, we are not technically obliged to answer all mysteries. We just need to guess correctly the blackened. Gotta do something so I can make her admit it.
Oh wow.
You still haven't forgiven me? Please, draw on me! Why only me? Please,
I learned that you can hold this down.
Can you forgive me already?
Forgive me! Forgive me!
I failed.
You just have to do it again.
Yep. Oh well.
Blah blah blah. Yes.
We will never give up.
So close to pulling that.
I'll keep explaining it until... You still haven't forgiven me? Please, draw on me!
I draw on what I want.
Me! Please, draw on me!
Can you forgive me already?
Forgive me! Forgive Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Forgive me!
How do I... Fever time, space key, okay.
Why only me? You still haven't forgiven me? Please, draw on me! Why only me? Please, draw on me!
Whoa.
There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
Bonus prize.
This is the end. Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
When you buy one bag, you get another one free! It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes!
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Mikan, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left, please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
Eh?
Alright. So we've got a piece of baton lighting, blue, drumstick, and what's left of this phase.
I guess,
Okay, so that's that.
So I guess they broke it, I suppose?
They definitely didn't glue it before I came in.
And the wallpaper isn't up at that time.
See that? That's pretty straightforward.
Oh, I'm trying to glue those things.
Piece of baton lighting.
Oh yeah,
should be around
that
here.
yeah, that's the broken.
Small clue that the killer left you. So that's glue.
Smashing. Yeah, I got that in
That's
there.
there.
So let's go back.
Camera unit.
Oh, is that them smashing the camera unit and making the pieces right there on the floor? Okay.
Not much of that. So I'm not with this.
Yeah. I guess I'm putting the bag?
No.
No.
Oh, through off the hemp bag.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't really see how that's an important step to describe, but okay.
Me neither. Oh, that's them taking it off, so yeah.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw.
Is that it? That feels like a really short summary.
Me too. Alright.
You feel like a very short summary?
It feels like it.
That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Mikan this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was...
What if we didn't answer it?
A person wearing a
Yeah, can you imagine?
and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap.
Guess that was the important thing.
In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music venue, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Wow.
So now I'm just wondering why revealing Hyoko was important.
I
understand killing her, yes. No, because she walked in on the scene.
We'll find out.
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair!
What? No way.
It's not highlighted, so can't say anything yet.
Mikan, you... What has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Huh? B. I can live with that.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Let's go!
This is not a happy occasion.
No. This is really messed up.
then, though it may be obvious at this point,
Correct.
you got it right once again. That's like 3 in a row. That's right! The true identity of the horrifying Blackened who killed 2 girls was Mikan Sumiki!
Damn it.
You gotta be shitting me. Are you saying Mikan, the one who nurses back to health, was the one who killed them?
I won't forgive you.
Don't joke around with me, Mikan. Did you lie to us all along? Were you planning to kill them from the start while you were nursing them?
Hey! Don't just laugh! Say something! This is going nowhere!
Oh boy.
What's going on?
This chick!
Hey.
This is nothing like Peko. She's actually gone mental.
Well, that's obvious.
There's nothing we can do. She's no longer the same person. She's no longer the Mikan Sumiki we knew. Huh?
Hey.
Based on my predictions, she might have caught it too.
Oh.
I really didn't want that to be the case.
Oh no.
She probably had the despair disease, which was the motive for this case.
What?
Mikan 2, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I know because I was looking at Mikan for so long. She was the one taking care of me after all. My consciousness kept drifting, but even so, when I did catch a glimpse of her, her expression was full of despair. A despair so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Hold on. Did you say Mikan also had the despair disease? Then that means she was...
What?
Huh? Hajime, has something crossed your mind?
Oh.
My body's heavy. No, not just heavy. It's somewhat soft and really hot. That's right. Mikan felt really hot at that time. Now that I think about it, that must have been a high fever. Just like what Ibuki and Akane had.
It cannot be.
Then, because of that disease, Mikan was...
Perhaps...
The symptoms that she surely felt must have been deserving of the name despair disease. Losing all hope and harboring despair for all hope. Because of the despair disease, she was likely overcome with despair.
See?
That's the reason why she can still laugh in such a hopeless situation.
I thought the disease was over.
Well, maybe she was the last to contract it because she apparently was...
I don't doubt that. She caught it from these guys while she was nursing them, but I thought Monokuma said that he explicitly ended it.
I don't know. Maybe he meant that
I mean,
he
it's
ended...
not the first time that Monokuma has lied.
Yeah, and it could also mean that maybe he just meant that he ended the ability to catch it from the outward environment. You know, the outside environment. Because even when they were researching the crime scene, some of them still had symptoms.
Jeez.
Which means the Mikan standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She's a completely different person now that she's infected by the despair disease.
Isn't that right?
She's a human who deserves to be called the ultimate despair! Ultimate despair? That's the reason why I cannot forgive this. I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of for the sake of hope?
You knew this was coming.
Fuck you, Nagito.
impossible.
There's no way I can forgive that!
Oh? For the sake of despair? That's completely wrong!
Huh?
Wrong? Wrong. What's wrong?
Oh, two crazies going out. I'm gonna enjoy this.
For the sake of my beloved.
Ooh!
Huh? Huh?
Who are you talking about?
If only they were still alive, they'd be so happy.
I'm still here. Oh.
Oh.
I know.
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value. They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation.
I understand that I've done something unforgivable. But you know, to transcend all that is truly...
It's love.
What love is all about.
Hey.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm not surprised.
This love, is it like hope?
Oh man, he wants you to know. He wants you to show him what love is, Hajime. He wants you to tell him.
You don't understand? Is it because you don't have anyone to love?
I will not take this slander. Hope and I are inseparable.
They're planning their honeymoon.
You apologize to Hope right now. Plot twist, Hope is an actual person.
Plot twist. Wrong game!
Is it because you're also someone who isn't accepted by anyone? What a pity. I feel sorry for you. Well, even if I say this, I'm sure nobody here would understand, but love is a wonderful thing. This feeling of freedom where you no longer care about anything. My beloved and I are the only ones within that thin veil, and I'm just looking out through it. That's why, as long as I'm on the inside, no matter how much they tease me, splash me with water, kick me.
Who splashed her with water?
It's
amazing.
like nothing matters. I could just die. That's how little it matters. Who cares about hope or despair? It's love. Only love.
Could it be?
Nagito, is this really the despair disease you were talking about?
This is...
It seems that I was wrong. Not only was she affected by despair.
You are half right. It's right to say that this is all thanks to that disease. Because thanks to that disease, I was able to remember my beloved.
Remember?
Apparently, that's what my symptom was. What a wonderful symptom.
Which means you had the remembering disease? But if this means she remembered something and ended up like this...
Such despair.
You saying you were like this from the start? Were you like this before you even came to this island?
Damn.
Don't get so angry. Well, first of all, I became like this wasn't my fault. It was all your fault, you know?
That's impossible. As a champion of hope, no one could hate me.
Because it's not like I'm entirely responsible for turning out like this. I'm the person I am today because of many human relationships. So, it's everybody's fault that I turned out like this, you see? Even so, the current me was most strongly influenced by my beloved's existence. And it was also my beloved who created the me that everyone can't forgive. But my beloved still forgives me and still accepts me. That is the key difference between all of you and my beloved.
Don't fuck with me!
Like I said, who the fuck are you talking about? Right, and how many H's and A's is that exactly?
I don't know.
You saying this is Mikan? She's the real Mikan? Mikan, please, answer me. Did you really remember? You ended up like this. All because you remembered? There's no way I can believe that. There's no way. The person you are right now is the real Mikan.
Oh, you still doubt me? Then, to prove I remember, I'll tell you all something nice.
You stay out of this, Monokuma.
It's about that World Ender organization that you all were worrying about.
You serious?
You know?
Not know. I just remembered, that's all. I knew about it all along. How that horrifying organization known as World Ender is also the organization known as the Future Foundation.
Future Foundation? Future? Oh yeah, Mirai. That's right. That symbol on the ancient ruins door. That's right. It was the Japanese word for future.
Hey.
Just what is the Future Foundation? What are they planning?
As the name suggests, the organization is the World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. To put it simply, they're trying to claim the world for themselves.
This is bad.
What the heck? This isn't a comic book, you know.
As a part of their plan to end the world, the Future Foundation brought us to this island. Isn't that right, Mon ami?
You... I knew it! Monami, Monokuma, they're both members of that crazy organization, aren't they? Monami and I aren't members.
I am Monokuma!
My existence is entirely my own.
Oh gosh.
Hey.
Don't laugh. Hey, Mikan, if you really do remember, you already know, right? You know the true identity of the traitor hiding among us.
Of course I know that. Let's see. The Future Foundation lackey that's hiding among you all is... Oh well. No one really cares about that, don't you think?
Of course
Oh, hell no!
You'll find out eventually. So there's no need to be so impatient. Probably when that countdown ends.
Countdown? You even know about that?
Oh? I don't know anything.
Huh?
I have a feeling That's what it is. But who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning in so much love from the bottom of my heart. I just don't care about anyone or anything.
That is...
Mikan, is this really you?
I won't believe it! There's no way I can believe you were like this all along. Because if that's true, then who's the person we've been spending time with up until now?
The past.
Past?
That person. She didn't exist in the beginning. She was just my past self who lost her school memories. You guys considered that thing a friend? Oh? That doesn't make me happy at all. It just fills me with despair. You guys accepted my past self, but not my present self.
That's...
Well, that applies to you all as well. Memories of people, memories of events, whatever memory it is, losing memories are.
Do you understand?
Like losing your personal identity. Memory is the most important component in building a person, don't you think? Losing our memories makes us shadows of the past, don't you think?
Hey.
I don't know what you're trying to say, but in the end, it always leads back to that story. That story about our stolen school lives.
Hey, hey!
So, it was true all along. Our memories were taken away.
Damn it!
If it wasn't true, we wouldn't be suffering this much.
Well, why don't you just take your sweet time and remember at your own pace? Oh? Oh, Monokuma. Is it alright for you to start now?
Yes, indeed.
Punishment time? Damn it. Why? Mikan! Why does it have to end like this? It's too pointless. This is too much.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For the ultimate nurse, Mikan Suiki!
So it's over. It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
By her hair. Huh. Uh-oh. Bye-bye, ouchies. Huh? What? Huh. Well, she gets to go to the stars, apparently. Whee!
Well, that was comparatively clean.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to suck for her out there, but...
I could think of words.
At least we don't have to see it.
I know. She had one hell of a view.
As did we.
Yep. Hajime, that sums it up. Mm-hmm.
Well, Can't say I ever expected Mikan would be behind a murder.
Well, you could say she was very high in the end.
Yeah, I really don't like that Monokuma basically had to, well, it's a very interesting situation here. It's sort of brainwashing, even if she returned to her original self.
It's like someone being under the influence, but kinda, sorta.
If anyone else was judged, she would have gotten a lighter punishment.
Yeah.
Actually, now it gets trickier because she's claiming she went back to her original self.
But she clearly looks mentally unstable to begin with. I think they probably would have just sent her into, you know, confinement in a medical ward somewhere.
Good thing I'm not one for nuance.
Nope.
It's finished. Is it really finished?
Go out and check.
The killer who killed Ibuki Miyoda and Yoko Sayonji was Mikan Tsumiki. And she's been executed. She apparently committed her crime because she was affected by the despair disease. Afflicted even. So what? What's finished? Nobody wanted it to end this way.
Let me ask.
Who was that Mikan from earlier? Was that her true form? Or is that itself a symptom of the despair disease?
Damn it.
It doesn't matter either way. If she ended up like that just from remembering, and all along, Mikan was never worth being a symbol of hope.
But
even if her words were influenced by the despair disease, if the disease turned her into that, if she lost herself to a simple disease, she was definitely unworthy of being a symbol of hope.
isn't that right?
So, let's just move on. Come on, let's take all this despair and change it into hope.
Please wait. That's impossible. I mean, I thought we were friends this whole time. But even so...
Like a house of cards collapsing in an instant. In the end, our friend we thought we knew ended up showing us a completely different side of herself. And she vanished from our sight, leaving behind only her malice toward us. And now, there's no way we can just move on or try to have a clear-cut attitude about these feelings. It's clearly impossible.
Damn it!
It would have been so much easier if she was the traitor, too.
Wrong.
Too bad. That's not the case. Mikan was not the traitor.
Come on.
The traitor is still alive. As proof, see how fine Monomi looks right now?
I'm not fine at all.
But if the traitor died, you wouldn't be this calm, right? I mean, you're both pawns of the Future Foundation. So you guys are like two hearts beating as one, right?
You fiend.
What does that make you, fiend? You did say that you're different than Monomi.
Phew.
Who cares about who I am? More important, I'm tired. The drama just kept going and going. I didn't even have time to eat my black bean right eye during the break.
Your right eye is made of black beans?
Just one.
Hey!
Wait, now's not the time to focus on that. What are you trying to say?
Hey,
You know, isn't it said that life has its ups and downs? It's fun because downs come after ups. But if life was full of downs, wouldn't it get boring? So, in order to help you guys feel better, I've prepared a special event. Actually, vent?
You gonna let us go?
Head over to the First Islands beach. An old friend will be waiting there.
Huh.
Under the fireworks. Old friend? So, most likely Nekomaru.
Huh? Could it be Nekomaru?
Hey!
Is it? It is, isn't it? Nekomaru's safe after all!
Safe. How should I say this? I knew it. I knew that crazy bastard Nekomaru would come back to us in one piece. Awesome. We're starting to see the light of hope.
The light of hope. I'm happy Nekomaru's returning to us, but
So just as I thought.
3 of our friends just died, so I honestly cannot be happy.
Miss Sonia.
However...
Even so, I am still happy. Even if Nekomaru's safe, I'm truly happy.
Fine.
If you are happy, you should honestly greet him with open arms. They won't quite reach around, but I'm sure he'll appreciate the gesture.
And if you know it, make sure to clap your hands.
Perhaps those who've been taken from us would do the same if they still lived.
Hey, Supreme Overlord of Who Gives a Shit. That line doesn't suit you at all.
Silence.
I shall crush you into dust!
Ibuki, Hyoko, Mikan, can you hear us? If you are unhappy, I apologize. However, please forgive me for right now. I want to warmly welcome Nekomaru when he returns to us.
You don't have to worry, Sonia. I'm sure your feelings are reaching them. Except Mikan, it's a little bit long distance.
Right?
Then let's all go meet Nekomaru. Let's make it grand, even for those who have died.
I'm still apprehensive because Monokuma did not confirm Nekomaru.
He did not. I do not believe this. It is a trap.
Damn it, I thought that was gone.
What the heck? Do I still have the after effects of that disease? I don't get this at all.
Akane.
Alright!
Alrighty then! Let's go! Yeah, you're right. Nekomaru's coming back. We heard that? Well, we didn't hear that.
No, we did not hear that.
But we put words in Motokuma's mouth, and that's good enough for me. We're unable to contain our excitement as we jumped into the elevator.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
They just ran off without listening to what I had to say.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, they're so impatient. Didn't they learn to stick around until others have finished talking?
Putting words in Monokuma's mouth is always a terrible, terrible idea, which nobody should ever do.
Exactly, Hawk.
What does this mean?
Hey!
You're not plotting something again, aren't you?
No way!
I'm not plotting anything. I was just trying to properly explain everything to them in the vaguest way possible with plenty of pauses. Including Nekomaru's body.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Nekomaru's body?
It's their fault for not sticking around until I finish talking. So if something happens because of that, I bear no responsibility.
What did you do to Nekomaru?
What's this?
What did I do? I just saved him. That's all.
Is he a cyborg now?
Maybe.
Because from this I was anticipating dead.
Now he looks like he's repurposing his body for something. Maybe he's taxidermied.
I mean, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have saved someone who was that close to death. So it just couldn't be helped.
Oh boy.
The dramatic irony's kicking in.
Oh yes.
As soon as we exited the elevator, we started running. Hurry! To the beach! On the first island!
Alright!
Let's haul ass!
Even though our minds were completely exhausted, strangely enough, our bodies felt light. Not stopping for anything, we kept right on running toward the beach on the first island.
At the back of the beach.
Where in the world is Nekomaru?
Hey!
Hey! Nekomaru! Show yourself!
Listen,
We've come to pick you up! Please hurry up and come out of hiding!
We raised our voices. We looked around the area. We raised our voices again. We looked around the area again. And so on and so forth, we kept looking for him. But...
Hey!
What the hell, man? He's nowhere to be found!
Damn it!
Could it be... Did we get false info from Monokuma again? And that's when it happened. We heard a familiar voice echo throughout the beach.
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
Could it be?
That voice!
With high hopes in our hearts, we turned toward the direction of the voice. And then, we saw something truly unbelievable.
Huh?
Huh?
Yo! I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much!
Who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
Come on!
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing!
Oh my goodness. You totally called it.
Born in the rivers of hell!
I was expecting a little more flesh.
But, wow. Wow.
Whew.
Nurse's apron. Whee!
She would have wanted us to remove it. We were hoping things would progress smoothly. That's right. Common, ordinary progression would have been just fine. Like, for example, enemies' lair crumbling right after you defeat the final boss, or your dead friend suddenly reappearing. That would have been just fine if things had progressed like that. That's the kind of old-school progression we were hoping for. Not this unreasonable turn of events.
The name's Nekomaru Nidai!
I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
Nekomaru? Is that you?
No matter how you look at it, I'm still me!
No matter how we look at it, this isn't you at all.
Sheesh.
You guys are a strange lot. You all have such big, wide eyes. Oh, perhaps you've all fallen in love with this metallic body of mine. I already know what you want to say, just by looking in your eyes. Then again, I am a former team manager.
Former? Huh?
What happened? You look like you've seen a ghost or something.
Hey, man. Don't go scaring Miss Sonia with that strange-ass mask. As he raised his stammering voice, Kazuichi grabbed onto Nekomaru's head and removed it.
Please
I
don't
already
even.
know.
Come on, take it off!
Ow, 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 ow! Stop it! Stop it!
Hey, hey.
Huh? What? Why won't it come off? Hey, what? Are you friggin' kidding me?
He's been ghosting the Shelled! A Sheldon the ghost!
Holy crap! That's not just for show!
Pure electricity!
It's not just for show, it's pure electricity! I've been reborn as pure electricity!
Wow.
Oh boy, this chapter is going to be amazing.
I feel so sorry for you. If you're seriously Nekomaru,
Damn it.
that's my fault, right? You ended up getting a body like that, and it's all my fault, right?
Sorry.
Nekomaru, I don't know how to apologize for this.
Don't worry about it. A lot of stuff happens when you're alive.
You serious?
You're too upbeat. Is this really okay?
If you keep sweating the small stuff, you're going to end up getting more gray hairs.
I'm already talking over myself.
If you keep sweating the small stuff, you're going to end up getting more gray hairs.
Hey.
Commenting on every little thing he does is a waste of time.
Hey.
But you're really Nekomaru, right? You came back for us, right?
That's right! I've resurrected from the depths of hell in shining silver!
How... Are you even okay with that? It doesn't even compare to my eye patch. How can you accept that body?
Oh.
It's better just to be alive!
Huh?
It's better to just be alive. Don't you agree? If I'm alive, I can still talk to you all. If I'm alive, I can still fight.
Show some spirit!
It doesn't matter what happens to my body! Not one bit!
Amazing!
Oh my gosh.
You're amazing. Nekomaru is brimming with hope.
He's so silver. So... I can't even say it.
Brimming with something else.
Oh my goodness.
It's better to just be alive. I do understand what Nekomaru is saying, but no matter how we make sense of this, it's just too weird. This isn't a novel or a movie. This is a video game. Something this unexplainable really be allowed to happen? No. Instead, why did this happen?
Anyway, I'm glad. That's fine, right? Right? Nekomaru definitely came back to us.
Just so long as we don't have to worry about a different kind of virus this time.
What's this?
My. Am I interrupting your touching reunion?
Whoa.
Aw, no, you're interrupting my interruption of their touching reunion!
Whoa. Why is Nekomaru a robot?
Hey,
Unfortunately, it was truly difficult to save Nekomaru from the jaws of death. But they don't call me the Psychopop Magician for nothing.
Who calls you that?
How does that have any relationship to what's going on other than the psycho part?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Such a wonderful before and after has occurred.
It appears to be a little too dramatic. Thanks to that, I'm getting stabbed by all these envious stares!
Hey,
Hey, if you're really a robot, what's going on with your thought process? The program too? Then what happened to the other stuff, like your self-awareness and...
How many times do I have to tell you that it doesn't matter? No matter what shape or form I take, I am Nekomaru! He die!
Is he? Is he going to power through the rest of his life with his new abilities? That kind of reaction. Looks like you really are self-aware. That means this technology's insane! I've never seen or heard of anything like this before!
Uh-oh.
What the commoner considers advanced is not much of an advancement. If you think advancements exist in colleges and laboratories, that's a huge misunderstanding. The real advancements exist in the place where you can pass on that talent.
hey!
And you're saying that's you? You really that amazing?
You.
Stop admiring him. You stupid stuffed toy! Don't go screwing with people's bodies like that!
What?
Hold on. If you are Monokuma, you're going to... You intend to defy me yet again? You're quite the barbarian.
Disappear!
Jeez, this time you will definitely fall prey to my Monokuma bazooka.
Uh-oh.
What, really? So fast?
But he's gonna be okay.
Oh, for frick's sake.
Once again, the world shook and turned stark white. The surrounding environment and all sound was blown away by the impact, turning everything completely white. And within that whiteness, I heard that voice yet again.
Nekomaru!
That didn't faze me at all! Check it out! I'm intact! I have no injuries at all!
Hey.
Are you fucking serious? He took that blast and doesn't even have a single scratch!
It's so cute!
Awesome! Seriously, a real robot!
It's nice to see him not completely panicked out of his gourd now and then.
I like his cute eyes like that. It just makes you want to pet him.
Careful, he has teeth.
Oh no. That's what I was worried about.
Can you let me disassemble you? Can you let me disassemble you and show me your insides?
Oh god.
No, thank you!
If I get disassembled, I'll end up dying!
By the way...
I suppose I should fill you in. Even though he's a robot now, if Nekomaru is killed, it's still going to count as murder, okay?
Of course!
Of course! It's possible that Nekomaru might kill someone instead.
Don't say such foolish things! That will never happen!
Oh gosh, don't tell me that he's the new motive.
Well, with all that in mind, you guys enjoy the killing school trip together.
Let's get along.
Once again, I hope we can all get along!
It's impossible.
It's gonna be a while before I can mentally process this.
Will Nekomaru never return to his original form?
Do you see any meat bits? Meat bits?
Maybe inside your noggin? Are you a shell in the ghost? I mean, a ghost in the shell?
Nope. Wasn't nothing to rescue there anyways.
If that is the case, it is a burden for Nekomaru.
Sheesh.
Hey! It's not like I came back as a monster. I'm just a robot now, you know? So, not a werewolf, just like Frankenstein.
Wow, you took this way better than the guy from Terminator.
What you're saying is Nekomaru's human body was not even his final form!
I'm sorry. I can't really see a difference.
To be fair, we've only had, what, 6, 7 people reach their final forms?
Well, just consider this a little promotion. By making a robot one of the main characters, a genuine mystery is transformed into a sci-fi mystery.
Ah, cute.
And the hard-boiled is transformed into cyberpunk.
You're totally destroyed the genres!
Oh well, who cares? As long as it's fun, it's totally fine.
As I listened to Monokuma's boisterous laugh, once again I was forced to accept this island is not the day-to-day world I know. It's a mad world, where the strange is accepted as normal. I mean, just look at Gundam. Causes, reasoning, circumstances, foreshadowing. These things don't apply here at all. That's what it means to live in a mad world. Most worlds don't have foreshadowing. Do ultimate robots dream of clockwork? I feel you could have gone somewhere else with that pun. Next morning, we gathered at the hotel restaurant, like we always do. Nekomaru plugged himself into the wall, and Akane ate his share.
Food today was awesome as usual.
As always, you sure do eat a lot. I feel relaxed just by looking at you.
It's impossible not to worry about it. No matter what, this feels really strange. It's not something I'll get used to easily.
Hey. Anyway, what are you gonna do? Mechamaru?
I approve.
That's adorable.
You have evolved from cat to mech.
Yep.
Mechamaru? You're used to him already?
What am I gonna do?
For food. Do you need, like, oil? Hey. Regular? Premium?
Well...
Nah. Wow. Nah. He doesn't need oil. Since he said he's pure electricity, maybe he's battery powered or something.
I can totally eat normal food, especially rice dishes. I can't keep my eyes off them!
So you have an engine in there?
However, been feeling a little down today, so I don't have much of an appetite.
All right.
Are you malfunctioning? If you show me your insides, I can fix you up, you know.
No means no!
What? So you're here too?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I should know my place and not speak out of turn when everyone's gathered together like this. However, I just wanted to make sure I spoke to you about what happened yesterday.
That's true. Nekomaru was sweating. Maybe he has a furnace in there. That's how he can eat. He throws it in.
That's not how sweat works.
I'm just saying, maybe
It would generate the heat, but it would not generate the moisture.
He needs water in there. Lots of steam. He needs a steam engine in there.
No, because then he wouldn't be cyberpunk, he'd be steampunk.
Didn't he say about that?
He said he's cyberpunk.
Ah.
He has not mentioned
Coolant leak. There we go.
Coolant leak. Should probably get that looked at. And also, what, is his forehead a grater or something? How's it all coming out like that? What happened yesterday? That person Mikan called her beloved. I can't help thinking about that. It won't get out of my head.
What?
Am I just a coward for worrying about that?
Let me tell you this.
It crossed my mind as well, but based on how she phrased it...
So this is the end. This is really... Now I can go to my beloved and be forgiven. I can finally see my beloved. Please forgive me, as my hopes of finally seeing you die with me.
This, too, must be the will of causality.
It was as if she was speaking to an entity that does not exist in this world.
There's nothing to worry about.
Fool! Do you not know what spirits wander the ephemeral plane?
I'll eat them
We're
too.
all doomed! Doomed! Except for me.
I'll eat them too.
Well, if you want to go out of your way to be possessed, far be it from me to stop you. We all have our journeys to self-betterment.
Fine.
More importantly, we should be thinking about the Future Foundation, our enemy. If that fearsome organization, known also as World Ender, is truly responsible for our imprisonment,
If you flinch, you will die!
Then investigating who's behind that organization is our top priority.
Future Foundation. That word, future. Does it have anything to do with that ancient ruin? I mean, there's no doubt that that symbol on the door to the ancient ruin was a Japanese word for future. Take it from me, I haven't understood a single language. I don't even know which one I'm speaking right now. If that's the case, it'd be better if we investigate the ancient ruins again later.
However,
The more I think about it, the less sense it makes. Why would an organization that's secretly plotting to end the world make us suffer like this?
They went to a lot of trouble to abduct us and bring us to this island. This island. Not only that, they took away several years' worth of memories of our lives at Hope's Peak Academy, for reasons that are also unknown.
Future Foundation! World Ender! Ha!
Impossible!
There's obviously something wrong with you if you believe in something so unrealistic!
You're one to talk.
But
what should we do? What we should be most concerned about, as it relates to the Future Foundation,
isn't that right?
Is the traitor from the Future Foundation that's hiding among us.
Hey.
I wonder who it is. The true identity of the outsider hiding among us and trying to ensnare us.
I won't be fooled.
Nagito's obviously the most suspicious, though. Even a childish organization blathering about ending the world wouldn't accept someone like me.
Man.
Nobody wants a worthless human like me to join their group. You guys should know that feeling well, right?
You think so?
And that's the reason why you're not the traitor? I don't understand your theory at all.
Huh?
Then, who do you think is the most suspicious?
It's obvious.
I nominate Hajime.
It's true. He's not wrong.
Well, isn't it normal to doubt the most unlikely candidate?
Hey.
Not just that. You're the only one here who still doesn't know what ultimate talent you possess. If we're if we're basing this on an outsider hiding among a group of ultimates, Hajime should be doubted right away. Then, Hajime's the traitor? Of course not! What are you even saying? You shouldn't raise your voice like that. Might become even more suspicious of you, you know? This is obviously your fault!
Settle down.
Stop fighting!
Don't you think fighting with ourselves like this is Monokuma's trap?
That might be true, but...
Hawk makes a good point. Not knowing your ultimate talent is suspicious. Why would the traitor do something so suspicious? Surely they blend him better in. they blend him better by having a known talent.
Or even better, a diversion talent.
Yes.
Rather than this half-assed, I don't remember.
Yes.
But if he knows that we know, and we know that he knows that we know, but if he knows that we know that he knows that we know, and oh dear, I've gone cross-eyed.
Oh dear.
Alright, I'll handle this! Just leave this matter to me!
What do you mean?
To eliminate this tense atmosphere, allow me to present to you my new function that I discovered last night.
Oh god, hit the deck!
Allow me to show you my drill.
Just flicks his beard.
it turns, does little twirly.
New function? Don't tell me. Can it flight? Can you fly?
I love how Soda loves this.
It's not a conventional function like that. It's far more practical and novel.
Even better, they can claim to have an ultimate talent. It's not the one that is useless or
But it's one that's useless or inapplicable on the islands. Nobody ever notices that said person doesn't actually have said talent. Assuming they don't actually have an ultimate talent, we want to reveal it. Or they
have the ultimate hidden talent.
Or even better, they are the ultimate and have multiple talents.
Ooh, yes! They are the ultimate of all ultimates. An amalgamation of them. He just forgot that he can do that. It's ultimately hidden because he's the ultimate of all ultimates.
We're going from that, maybe the ultimate copycat.
Oh, ultimate copycat?
Though that's a little harder to hide.
Maybe he's like a rogue. Maybe he'll like absorb the ultimates. One by one, each person that's taken off the island is added to his collection. We are the ultimate traitor. We just don't know that yet.
Resistance is futile.
Yes.
You shall be assimilated.
He's the Borg. That's the reveal. Hajime is the Borg. You shall add you shall now service him. All of your ultimates are his.
Let's not get hasty. The last time I was serviced, they turned out to be a murderer.
True.
Now then, let's go!
What the? This is not what I ever imagined.
Whoa! Behold!
He cries gold? Nekomaru's crying!
No! Hardly! I'm not crying! I just have something in my eye sockets! My right eye dispenses cola! And my left eye dispenses Ruibo Chi!
Nice!
The cola is not healthy for a team manager to give. I'm not sure about the tea.
So that's where the condensation was coming from. He's a tea kettle!
At least half of him is. I do not want boiled cola.
Are you kidding me?
What are you, a soda fountain?
I like this kind of robot.
Damn it.
I know we'll be here all day if we keep commenting on every little thing you do.
Don't fuck with me!
But what the hell was Monokuma thinking giving you a function like that? It's a very good question. It's also not very practical because the contours of his face are not inducive towards distributing beverage.
He'll have to like lean over and cry into your cups from now on.
You're so evil.
That guy, he's definitely fooling around. Monokuma's just toying with other people's bodies. I too was modified by Monokuma. So I totally understand how Nekomaru feels.
Actually, I'm getting along quite famously with this.
You're just in denial.
Nope, that's the programming that Monokuma gave me.
But don't be depressed. You'll get used to it. It's surprising how quickly you get used to it.
I'll pick you up.
Don't go butting in our conversations all of a sudden. I'll kill you until you die from it, you stupid rabbit. I actually had to read that twice to make sure that it was really what I was reading.
That's an extremely violent thing to say to someone.
I don't know. I don't think she'd die even if you did kill her. You showing up at this time means... Did you come to tell us that you've defeated another Mono Beast?
Ta-da! You're correct.
Nice.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!
I know I wanted that.
Once again, you can visit a new island, so please take this opportunity to get along with everyone.
I ain't going. What a drag.
Huh?
Man. Even if we go to the new island, it's not like we're gonna find a way to escape this place, right?
You are right.
Rather, I feel as though the opportunity to kill increases every time we go to a new island. So, it might be best if we do not go.
If we follow that logic, then the killer is eventually going to go there and they're going to drag someone there, so it's all going to be moot and we're going to be unprepared.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the reasoning behind the arcade game.
I renounce you!
I don't know what you're planning, Fiend, but we're not going to fall for it!
That's... a misunderstanding. I was just...
Lame.
Ah, jeez! How annoying!
Unbelievable.
Just stay back and leave the rest to your big brother.
Yep, all Kazuichi wants to do now is disassemble Mechamaru.
Kazuichi just wants to be all up on his insides.
Oh yeah, feel up on those insides. Know how he ticks. Be inside there. Ooh.
He's going to penetrate his exterior whether he wants it or not. I'll give you an example of how to lure these guys to you, little sis.
Hey! What are you doing? You're acting like we're allies or something.
Eh?
Pudding? Yeah. Wait.
Didn't I tell you to stay back?
I have questions.
This actually reminds me of I could be wrong, but I think this is actually a Saint Seiya reference. Isn't this the punch that Pegasus uses?
I don't know. It was before my time.
Before my time too, but it came back one time on YTV.
This technique, it's impossible to defend against it or evade it.
Yeah, that was the whole point. Multiple punches.
Well now.
There! Now that I've mopped up the annoying one.
Special bleeding service!
Ooh, bleeding service? Okay, since you guys are feeling down in the dumps, I'll make you guys so excited your noses will bleed. Come follow me to the Monami Burlesque. Compared to the earlier investigations, I've prepared a special treat that's completely different than before.
Treat?
Nice!
Oh, you took the bait? I guess it's true. If you want to get a shut-in out of their room, carrots work the best. Huh? Who the fuck cares about that? Hurry up and tell us what the treat is! Guys, you're a little excited here.
I want a treat! I deserve one!
It's an amazing treat. Don't wet your pants. Well, it's okay if you do. Just don't spray it on me. I've prepared a bunch
bunch of stuff you guys might find interesting on the new island.
Miracle!
Such as clues about the future foundation.
Huh?
Such as parts that may be useful for making a ship.
Ooh.
You serious?
You for real?
News!
And also, your student profiles from your time at Hope's Peak Academy. Huh?
So...
Do your best to explore. Take care! On exact words. Student profiles from might find interesting on the new island. The only way that you could weasel with that sort of wording is if he's building a new island that's not accessible right now. That seems a bit of a stretch.
Hey, what should we do?
You know, right?
Our only option is to go. Obviously. Might be able to go home if we have ship parts.
Yep.
I plan to go too. If there are clues about the Future Foundation, we need to make sure we see them.
Hajime.
What about you, Hajime? Of course, you're going, right? He has prepared things, he has prepared clues, fine. He's prepared parts that may be useful, but probably won't be. Fair. He's prepared our student profiles, but there's nothing interesting in them.
Yeah.
No, I think there's going to be something that's just interesting enough to spark murder.
Yep. Or just enough to really get them suspicious of each other. It could cause a misunderstanding, which might result in an indirect murder too. Or two.
If you look at your student profile, you might be able to find out what your shining talent is. It's a chance for you to clear any suspicions, right?
Ah.
What suspicions? I don't think anyone here doubts me.
What?
Ah, I see. But there's a clue about my talent. I want to know what it is. The reason Hope's Peak Academy chose me. The talent I possess. These things matter to me. There's no way I'm not worried about it.
It seems you've all prepared yourself for the worst!
I'm starting to get pumped up.
That means we're gonna go, right? If everyone is going, I shall accompany you as well. But there's also a possibility that Monokuma set a trap. We should be careful where we step.
I can't stop thinking about that ancient ruin that might hold clues about the Future Foundation. But we should start exploring the new island. How are you holding up? We haven't moved a step, so yep, we're good. The moon beast that was blocking this bridge has disappeared all of a sudden. I've been wondering this for a while, but how is something as pathetic as Monami able to defeat a Mono Beast? No. It'd just be a waste of time to think about something like that. It's useless to think about things that are a waste of time. Also, tautologies are always true, except for when they aren't. I learned that much during my time here. As I walked across the bridge, start to see the scenery on the new island on the other side. Which we'll see next time. Well, things have definitely been shaking up.
Yep.
Should be interesting next time. But thank you everyone for coming on out. Until next time, take care.
Bye!